Hey, welcome everyone to the G-Spot with Gentille. So today I'm going to talk about dating and male impotence. Touchy subject for you men out there, but I understand it is natural. When you get older and, your testosterone falls, it's a natural thing. So don't be too ashamed of it. Today I have with me my friend Susan, who's also a fellow realtor. So we're going to go into this topic because she's had a few experience with this. Welcome, Susan.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
I'm glad you're here. So tell me a little bit about the dating. And how long have you been single?
I've been single about 7 years.
Okay.
I was married the whole time I lived in Vegas until the last 7 years. So I've been out there a while dating.
Right.
Initially I wasn't too excited about getting in another relationship, but I'm
right?
getting to the point now that I am.
Okay.
So I just noticed a few things here and there.
Right.
Yeah.
So how difficult has dating been for you?
Yeah. I wouldn't say that dating has been super difficult. It's the problem of finding like the right mix for me. There's a lot of really nice gentlemen out there, but they're not always for me, and vice versa, I'm sure.
Right.
But what I find, I think one of the most important things in a relationship is, obviously, at least to me, is the sexual part of it. So
That's really important.
I think it's important that everybody's healthy. And the healthier you are, the better the sex is, for one thing.
Absolutely.
But I'm talking healthy all over. So that's, it's not always that way.
Right.
When you date, especially older, at a certain age, men and women need extra hormones, and most men get right on it right away and take care of it. But there are some men out there that don't do that, and for them to want to be in a relationship and not take care of business is annoying to me. Like, first of all, get yourself healthy, and then worry about getting in a relationship.
So sometimes it's kind of psychological as well, right, on the man's part. So is it just, in your experience, has it been?
No,
it's on hormonal?
I agree.
Okay.
No, I agree. It's been psychological sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
But you can kind of tell, and usually they mention once. Of course, they're going to mention what's wrong, and they usually say, well, that doesn't usually happen. And a lot of times I attribute it to them being like in a new situation and a little uncomfortable or
nervous.
Or nervous,
Okay.
yeah. So, and I always know that that's probably not going to happen every time.
Right.
But usually they'll say if it's a problem, they know right away. They'll say, this just happened about 5 months ago. And I'm like, 5 months ago? 5 months ago you should have taken care of it.
Like time.
Yeah, and we've been seeing each other for how long and you still didn't mention it?
Oh, wow.
I think you need to bring that stuff up or
Right.
take care of it, one or the other.
So what's the age group of this happening with the men?
So, as early as the late 40s, like the mid to late 40s.
Okay.
I haven't seen any trouble with anybody like under about 46.
So 46 and up.
Mm-hmm.
So how can they correct it? Is it like shots? Or?
Testosterone. A lot of them need more testosterone. They do hip implants. They do shots. They do. I mean, this is just what I've been told. I am not an expert, and I'm not a man, so this is just what they tell me. But
is that what the Viagra and stuff is?
Viagra, but I've never heard, nobody ever fesses up when they're doing Viagra, though. They don't say, because I've never had a man tell me he was doing Viagra.
But can you tell?
Well, I would think so. Yeah, I would think so, because then it would always be there.
Because I hear it lasts for 5 or 7 hours.
Yeah, so I don't think anybody's ever done Viagra with me.
Okay, that's probably good, because I hear there's contradicting stuff, like if you do Viagra or these pills, and you're drinking or doing other things like drugs, that's why people are dying.
Yeah.
Some of these men are like dying, and they're young, even sometimes.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's ever done Viagra with me.
When that happens, when you're with a man and you're about to get intimate, do you ever feel, and then that doesn't happen, he can't get it up or whatever. Have you ever taken it personally?
I haven't, because I feel like I'm not usually the one like jumping their bones. So I think if they're going to initiate it, then
they should be
into it and ready. Yeah, and if they're not into it and ready, then I don't feel responsible. I just don't.
Okay.
And it's not like I don't get into it, because I do.
Sure.
I'm just saying, it's like you said, it's probably, a lot of times it's probably nerves.
Right. Or
there's been a few times when they just didn't say there was a problem and there actually was a problem. They didn't say until during.
Oh.
Like during the, they're thinking they can somehow get around it.
Right.
But
well,
how do you get around that?
Were you doing stuff to them where you get, you know, like maybe
oh yeah,
everything
under the sun,
blow job or
everything
whatever?
under
Okay,
the
so you're
sun.
helping
yeah,
them.
everything, the whole
okay.
9 yards. And usually it's not a full on, you know, limp.
Erection?
yeah.
Oh, limp. Okay.
Yeah, usually you're getting something going on. So the only way you know is it's
you have like a halfway
Yeah.
hard on kind of. Well, I mean, you can still work with that, right? Because I've had.
I thought so, but some you can't.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it
Some
doesn't
you can't.
hit the core, you know, of the vagina.
No, some-
really. It doesn't
some
really
you-
hit it.
some-
But, you know, it's there, and then you're like, okay, well, you know, this is better than nothing.
Yeah. No, I can do that too. I've done that, but some can't even do that. You know.
Oh wow, yeah, that's the jamming part. I think, you know, I've had experience with them just, you know, jamming like a mini, you know, a mini hard-on kind of. But
if you jam a mini, sometimes it turns into a maxi. So.
exactly.
Okay.
So it's okay. Let's stuff it in. Okay, men, if you have that trouble, try stuffing it in too. Okay, just get it really wet and stuff it in and see what happens.
Yeah.
But usually for me though, you know, that hasn't happened too often. Not yet. No, hopefully, you know, not.
Yeah.
But when it has happened, where you know maybe the guys were probably partying too hard. That's the experience I've gotten. You know, being in my younger years, 20s, 30s, 40s. I'm in my 40s. So I have guys that maybe party too hard and they can't get it up because they partied so hard. So for me though, I kind of feel when that happens though, I do take it a little personally, like not in a bad way, but kind of like, oh my God, is there something more I can do? Is he not attracted to me, or he's not getting turned on? Not when they're partying, obviously. You know, I know that's the reason. So that I don't get upset. But when it's a regular situation and they're not on anything and they're not drinking that heavily, I feel like, oh my God, what else can I do? So that's just me.
Yeah, I guess I would feel that way if we hadn't already established a relationship beforehand.
Okay.
I think I would.
Oh.
But if we're already, I already feel like there's this connection, especially on their part usually.
Yeah.
And so like I don't feel like they're not letting me feel insecure about it by their actions. So I think it's not that I feel so great about myself. It's just that the way they are to me is making me feel like it's not my fault.
It's not like a wham bam thank you man situation. You're actually in kind of more committed or devoted, relationship.
Yeah, we're at the beginning. It's always at the beginning of a committed. It could be committed.
Something. Yes.
Something relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I mean, do you ever have just one night stands?
I have. Not. That's like I'm out of that phase.
Okay.
Basically.
That's good.
That was a
for
phase.
6 years. So
that was a long time.
6 years is a long time to not be in a relationship. So maybe the first couple of years you were.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, because who cares about a relationship after you get divorced initially? Exactly. And my husband was my first.
Oh wow! So when you were going through that phase of one night stands, do you feel or based on your experience, was the sex better because of one night?
No, my sex life was really good. My marriage sex life was really good from the get-go and all the way up until the, close to the end.
Really? No, but even with the one night stand, do you feel that sex is better because now you're having sex with these people you don't really know? It's a one night stand. You probably met them somewhere, establish maybe a quick connection, and then next thing you know, you're
I would only say one time.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, girl, you're like a virgin.
I mean, one time it was better. And out of all the times I tried.
One time it was good.
Yeah, one time it was like as good as it could have ever been.
Oh, okay. So you had more.
But normally I think the more you get to know someone, the better the sex is.
Absolutely it is. Yeah, absolutely it is. Yeah, but I don't know. It's been a while since I had a one night stand. But I think, maybe we should experience that. Yeah. With your issues right now, that you're dealing with. Yeah. And my issues, I think we should just go and have one night stands. Maybe just a couple. 3, 4, 5. One a week.
The only thing is you need a guarantee with those like that it's gonna be good.
Oh, there's no guarantees, right? Yeah, because especially one night stand, you can just throw them away afterwards. You're like, okay, this sucks. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to call you again. Yeah. You suck. And maybe I'll go tell all my other friends that you suck too.
Yep.
Yeah. So
That's why. Yeah, that's why I always go to their place.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I won't do that.
Yeah.
So, well. So what else? I mean,
Well, I guess it's all about, to me, it's all about disclosure. So, more about disclosure. So, there's other things that can be wrong with the sexual issue thing, too, right? They could have something that's more permanently transferable kind of a thing.
Okay.
And I've had an occasion where I met someone and I dated him twice. And I know that he really liked me, so he called me up and told me before he went out with me the third time because he didn't want to
disappoint you.
Yeah, he didn't want to keep going with the relationship if I wasn't going to be okay with it.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I appreciate that. That's a stand-up guy, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I mean, if I knew who he was right now, I'd probably call him. But
you wouldn't know. So disclosure. So your advice to men that maybe have these issues.
Yeah, I think you need to tell people because, I mean, maybe not the first date, but like the second date. Or if you're interested, if you know you're interested for sure.
Yeah. And you're going to get intimate.
And
right?
yeah, you're going to get there eventually if you're interested and and you can tell they're interested. Just get it out as soon as you can because otherwise, like I couldn't understand. It's hard to get past if they're not disclosing right away. It's really hard to get past.
Right.
Because it feels like a lie or a cheat.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, thank you, Susan, for sharing that with us.
Sorry, it was such a serious subject.
No. I mean, it's okay. It gets serious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's part of life, and we have all these issues and challenges that we all go through being a man and a woman. And, we women understand a lot of these things about you men, and we're trying to learn more about, all these different men and different aspects of things in relationships. So it's okay. We understand. You just have to tell us and let us know so that we can work with you and communicate. So I know
it's
men.
All about communication.
Yes, I know men a lot of times have trouble communicating. So men, please just communicate. Just talk to us and open up, okay? We're not going to kill you and we're not going to use it against you. But we will use it against you if you don't tell us.
Right.
Okay. So thank you, Susan, for being here. Now, how can everyone get in touch with you? If anyone wanted to get in touch with you for real estate,
For real estate?
Yes, sure.
They could Google me.
Okay, Google. So Susan Brock?
Right.
Yeah, BROCK. She is on social media as well. So
right.
Thank you for being here, sweetie.
You're welcome.
Thank you for tuning in today. Signing out, the GSPOT with GENTILLE.